Sasagayo, Sasagayo, Shinzo no Sasagayo. So, if the video is still playing, then it wasn't taken down. He's Duke and I'm Mayhem, and this is the beginning of a new video that I wasn't told about what it is.
Yes. We are going to be reviewing every season of a show titled Shingeki no Kyojin.
And the fact that is there an English translation?
There is, but first let me describe this show for you, and I want you to try to guess.
No!
Shingeki no Kyojin is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by
Dragon Ball Z.
Hajime Isayama. It is set in a world where humanity lives inside cities surrounded by 3 enormous walls that protect them from the gigantic man-eating humanoids referred to as Titans.
I got it.
The stories follows Eren Yeager, who vows to exterminate the Titans after a Titan brings about the destruction of his hometown and the death of his mother.
Guess what? I got it.
What'd you guess?
It's Attack on Titan.
Wrong, actually we're watching Sword Art Online.
Ah!
But yes, we're going to be watching Attack on Titan. Let's quickly go ahead and tell people what you know about it. Then we will go on in and watch the first season.
Just the fact that you were only telling me about like the Japanese name for it, and now with the description, I'm just like, you absolute cretin. You are a cretin. I've told you that I've seen the first episode. episode.
Yeah, so in other words, that whole thing that I just mentioned, it doesn't affect you at all.
Yeah,
because, in the first episode, the death of his mother happens.
Yeah. And, like, it's this crazy... the only thing that I know is the first episode is where it's, like, they're... Like, the walls get destroyed and all that kind of stuff. They go in and then they just fight them. And, like, how many seasons is there?
There are 4 seasons in total.
4 seasons? Oh, my God.
The 4th season is actually the final season.
Okay. And I have no idea, like, what happens or anything, like, or if it's just 4 seasons of them fighting all of these monster things. Like, I think that's it. Would that be it?
I can't tell you anything
Trying to get
because of how much it spoils.
Okay.
Because, yeah, this is a big name series.
This isn't like a JoJo situation where no matter what you tell me, I'm not going to believe it.
It does follow the same characters, though. Throughout the entire show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, unlike JoJo, this follows all the same cast for each season. And just basically expands the world as you go.
Okay, so Eren Yeager is the main character the entire time.
Eren Yeager. Yes.
When does that happen? Why does that happen?
A lot. Just in general, it happens a lot. It's the Japanese version.
Oh, okay.
It's literally just some person yelling out, Eren Yeager.
Okay.
And that's it.
So... we're going into that. All right.
Oh, there are plenty of other phrases that you will recognize if you watch the Japanese version. Just like Tatakai.
What?
Oh yeah, no. There are all kinds of quotes from the Japanese version, but that's just because the fandom gets weird. We might be attacked for this video.
Call us Titan because we're being attacked.
I will say my personal thoughts is that season 4 has so far been the best season of the show. Like that's not to say that the rest of the show is bad. The rest of the show is pretty good. Season 4 is awesome. No, especially the animators for it are MAPPA, the same people that worked on Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, but that's in season 4.
The
rest of the show, though, still does have insane animation.
I do remember, like, hearing that the first episode, like, this was, like, years ago that when I saw it, so it's, like, what I vaguely remember about it. I do remember it looking amazing.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Okay, are you ready to go watch Attack on Titan Season 1?
I'm ready to see anime characters somehow not get whiplash. And is it like a medieval thing? Like, I can't remember. Is it set in medieval times?
It's a weird question?
Okay, if it's another spoiler question, I'll
No, it's just generally weird question, because I don't know.
Okay, that's a little worrying.
The timeline is weird.
Oh, okay.
You'll see.
Alright, yeah. Alright, let's go watch. I think I know what to expect.
You don't know what to expect.
Ah! Oh my God.
Everyone is dead and Titans have titties now.
Oh my God.
For reference, once more, we only saw season 1 for now.
And oh my God.
Yeah.
That has to be like one of the most depressing animes ever. And epic.
So, best way to put it is that it's kind of like Berserk, but with more happiness.
Yeah, there's more opportunities for happiness, and some of it actually stays.
Two animes that come to mind when it comes to similarities are Berserk and Akame ga Kill, where it's like all three of these anime have aspects where it's like, this is a war going on, and there are children in this war.
Yes, children.
There are children in this war, a lot of people die.
Also, it's a mecha anime.
Yes, but with flesh.
But with flesh instead, and I hate that.
But, yeah. But, let's get right to the meat of it. Get it? So, I'll start off with the first question of, what did you think of the story?
The story so far has been, like, it's been dark, obviously, and the intensity of it is also just, like, some of it's, like, over the top, like,
Yeah.
like what we just finished the last episode with, like, Aaron eating the bread and soup, super, I'm eating the bread,
Kind of like the potato chip scene.
Yeah, exactly.
A bit like that.
Yeah. But I'd still just, I can't believe this show went as hard as it did. And, like, the fact that, that also, like, some of the characters is so stupid and it's so hilarious. Like, the fact that he knows that when he bites into himself and draws blood and all that kind of stuff, that's the end of it, that, like, if it does or doesn't, you don't have to keep going, and then most of the time he just keeps going, and it's just like, you idiot!
Aaron is a hard-headed dumbass.
Yeah, like, all the other characters that we meet and all that kind of stuff, like, sometimes the characters are just like, I'm here to make sure Aaron isn't completely stupid, and other times it's, I'm here because Aaron failed at being completely stupid.
I am here to make sure he does not die.
Yeah. Like, what's her face? The girl?
Mikasa?
Yeah. Like, she's there the entire time just to be, like, the better fighter and all that kind of stuff.
Of all people for you to forget, it is the girl that you said was your favorite.
Yeah, Mikasa.
You forgot her name, and even earlier you were saying how she was one of your favorites.
Yeah.
Just so quickly.
Yeah. Who do you expect me to be?
God. You're married 30 years down the line, just, hey honey, can you come here? What's my name? Time.
No, hold on, give me a second. George.
Okay, fine, you got it right this time. Yeah, so that's basically the story of, it's so dark and depressing. Highlights of this season were the destruction of Shiganshina, the outermost layer of the three walls.
Yeah, that's its name.
The first episode where his mother died.
Oh yeah! Oh my God, that first episode! I remember like, I can't remember if I said that in the other half, but it was like, I remember seeing that first episode like when it first came out, and I was just like, Jesus Christ! And now watching all of it, I'm still like, Duke can attest to this, that the entire time I was still just going, Jesus Christ!
Yeah. And don't worry, it will get worse. But anyway, the next part of the story arc was the training arc with the regiment.
Oh yeah, when everybody's training and all that kind of stuff and becoming friends and all that.
Yeah, and what do you think of the drill sergeant?
I love them.
So what's going on in here? So he's starting a fight?
With just those dead eyes, with those angry eyes.
Sir, Sasha has farted. Just Sasha's reaction of how dare you.
Yeah. that was something I was also surprised on, that the fact that they're using a lot of German names and words and hairstyles and all that kind of stuff. But, like, I'm pretty sure that's going to come in later.
Don't worry, we'll get to your thoughts on the world in just a minute.
Oh, okay.
But the next thing is their first mission outside of the training. Which was Trost District.
Oh my God, taking that back, yeah.
Yeah, not even taking it back, just the beginning of all of them dying.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, I don't think Aaron actually dies, but oh my God!
Everyone else did.
Yeah,
definitely.
a lot of other people died.
But after that, then came, as we know, Aaron becoming a Titan.
Yeah, which, that was awesome.
Yep.
The fact that he's the entire time.
Yep. And after that came them trying to take back Trost. And they succeed.
Yeah, with that awesome scene with him carrying the boulder. That was awesome.
There's that meme of like how normal people take out the trash versus how Attack on Titan fans take out the trash.
God damn it.
We got to meet the Scout Regiment.
Oh, yeah. That's when we were introduced to them, yeah.
There were 3 major characters and then a group of characters which were minor, but still important at that point.
Had a presence.
They had a presence.
Yeah. They were background characters.
Which, yes, we skipped over a bunch of the main characters. That's because there's a lot.
There's a lot. Don't worry. We don't hate or dislike any of them. It's just there's a lot.
If it makes you feel better, I'll list them real quick. Main trio is Eren, Mikasa, and Armin. Kids that were raised together and ended up having their entire town wiped out, and they ended up joining the Scout Regiment. The main group outside of them includes characters like Jean, Hardass, who is the rival character to Eren. Sasha, who is the potato girl, loves food.
She was so out of place, but in like the best way.
Yes. Connie, who was the scared as hell character of like the sensible one who's like, I hate all of this, I want to go home.
Yeah.
There was also Marco, right?
Yeah.
Who was
the happy-go-lucky guy.
Happy-go-lucky guy who ends up dying.
Yeah.
You know that character.
Yeah.
There was Krista, which was the just nicest character imaginable of just this nice girl. Just the nicest girl you can ever imagine. That's how you describe her. Yeah. She's just nice.
Yeah, but like not as like a... Like, that's all that she is? It's like, no, she's great.
She's a nice person who just wants to make sure everybody is taken care of.
Yep.
There was also Annie Leonhardt, who her entire character is the fact that she is a stone cold bitch.
Let's circle back.
Then there are the duo of characters. It was Reiner and Bertolt, who were always friends with each other, came from the same town, and were like the big brother characters to Eren. During the training arc.
Yes.
Also, in general, Reinhardt was the one who proved himself to be a bit of a badass later on with, like, saving them from the female Titan and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I believe that's it for the main cast. Meanwhile, Scout Regiment, the main 3 there are Levi, the strongest of the entire Scout Regiment.
Yeah, the most skilled.
Erwin, the leader of the Scout Regiment, and Hanji, the researcher.
Which, oh my god, she's terrifying.
Yes. Just yes. I just realized I forgot one character that was also in the main crew. Her name was Ymir. She was the tall, dark-haired girl who was constantly following around Krista.
Oh, what happened to her?
She's kind of around in Season 1. In Season 2, she has more of a presence.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that was the main cast and crew. We also have the Levi Squad, which is made up of, the only person I remember the name of is Petra. It is 3 guys and 1 girl, and they are supposed to be basically the people that were picked out by Levi.
And
we get on, and we have this whole like middle arc of them trying to figure out what to do with Eren because of his power, and eventually he gets taken in by the Scout Regiment. And they decide they're going to try to head towards his basement. Because apparently there's some kind of secret that his dad has held from him.
Some secret about the Titans or whatever.
Yes, in the basement. So they begin to make their way there, and they are followed by another person who can transform into a Titan. The female Titan.
Yeah. Which, it's still funny to me how there's only one female Titan.
That'll come back later.
That is a terrifying version of the Smurfs, and I hate it.
Anyway. So, the female Titan ends up following them. Yes, this mysterious blonde-haired woman with a very large schnoz. It's a mystery who she is.
That is Duke's description, which mine was very heavy-set eyes and a distinct nose.
Very large schnoz, yes. But anyway, she is following after them, trying to capture Eren. She kills plenty of people on the way there, and Armin is the one to successfully trick her into believing that like he's dead for a moment. And then Reiner goes up and saves them from the female Titan. Looks like he's about to be killed, and manages to burst out and all awesome and save Armin. As they are running away, they realize that she is now heading towards Eren. And so...
in, like, their really awesome scout run, like, convoy thing that they figured out with flares and all that kind of stuff, which is awesome.
Yeah. The structure of that whole unit was awesome. But we then get this whole moment of they end up going to the forest so that it's a more secluded area where you can more easily use these devices around your waist that allow you to essentially fly.
The ODM gear?
Yeah, the ODM. It's flight. I don't give a shit when anybody else says, yeah, no, you could say it's like Spider-Man. No, you've seen the kinds of twists and turns they do. That's straight up flight. No, it has jet propulsion. It's flight.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what anyone says. But they get to the forest, and it stalls for the longest time of them trying to get the female Titan over to this one area. Until they finally get her there. They trap her, and she breaks out through one of her powers, which is apparently to call other Titans to her.
But the other Titans still see her as a human, so they want to eat her.
She begins chasing after them using ODM gear, and ends up killing just about everyone but Eren. Levi had previously left the group to stick with Irwin. Irvin. The entire Levi group is just wiped out.
Just
in an
killed, and it's brutal. Like, that's the thing, is that this show is brutal as all sorts of places.
Yeah. The Levi Squad is wiped out. What ends up happening is Eren ends up transforming into a Titan to fight her. And he loses miserably.
Yeah, by a distinct move by another character that was like, huh, I wonder who it is.
Anyway, he loses. He gets caught for a moment. Gets uncaught by Mikasa.
Yeah.
They go through this whole thing of trying to figure out who it is and figure out very quickly it's Annie. They figure that quick as hell.
Especially with Armin, who's actually, like, smart.
Yes. But they figure the whole thing out. They get her into town to try to trap her. And it doesn't work to the slightest. And they end up getting a lot of people killed as Eren ends up fighting Annie. Yeah, jumping through a lot, but that's basically what happens.
Yes, it's like they go through the city and they're destroying shit.
Yes. What ends up happening is Eren gets beat the shit out of, and he ends up going kind of a berserker mode.
Yeah. Which isn't that the name of his Titan, the Berserker Titan?
Attack Titan. Names of these Titans, such as his, will come later.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, the name of the Attack Titan alone, I believe, comes in, like, Season 3. Like, you know that because of online.
Yeah.
So the Attack Titan and the female Titan end up fighting, and...
in a very intense battle, and the military police are just like, what's happening? And for some reason, the guy in charge of the scouts is just like, I'm not telling you.
It was a whole thing of, like, we don't know who we can trust, but still, at that point, you need to inform people of, like, by the way, this is very dangerous.
Yeah, and the fact that now...
people can die.
Yeah, and the fact that they never knew who that she was a Titan, I think that kind of gave away.
Oh, there are repercussions in the future of, like, what the hell? One of our military police went missing because of this shit. Because, of course, they don't say shit!
Yeah. They need to, and it's like, what?
Basically, what ends up happening is, continue their fight, he goes berserker mode, beats the living shit out of her, and she goes, oh, screw this, and tries climbing the wall by, like, putting crystals on her hands. And Eren rips off her leg, and then Mikasa runs in and just slices off her fingers. And it causes her to fall. Eren gets her, gets ready to eat her, and sees her crying and stops for a moment, and then she crystallizes. And
yeah, she does it over herself, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, some weird stuff starts happening where, like, where somehow Armin was just like, they're merging! And it's like, how do you know that?
because you can see the.
But it's like that's like could be literally anything else. It could be like he's eating her or consuming her or something like that, or they're
He's doing a Zeus with his first wife.
it's
Annie gets taken away by the
put underground.
by the Scout Regiment. Erwin gets interrogated. A whole end sequence thing where it's that usual like first season end
Where they're like, there's so much more of this world that we need to discover, learn.
Listen to this music as we talk about the world.
Then it goes to the wall. And what
Yes.
does it show?
Post credit scene.
What does it show, Duke?
A Titan in the wall.
Yeah. What's up with that?
Got questions?
Yeah.
Ask.
Huh?
I can't say shit.
You are a bastard.
Yes, I am.
Oh.
But anyway, don't worry. We actually do find out about that later on.
Okay.
It's nuts.
Good. Oh, good.
The next thing I want to ask you about is what did you think of the world?
It's crazy how they were able to do so much world building in like such a small area. That like this like walled city, like this 3 times over walled city society thing,
Yeah.
and their rules, their like the cadets and like the scouts, the military police, and the wall people. Like it, and then the religion also that's about the walls.
Church of the Wall.
Yeah, that like all of that stuff was like, that is perfect. Like that was the perfect season 1 base needed to expand any of them at any time going forward.
We forgot about that moment as well, where the Church of the Wall was just by
Oh my god,
the female
yeah!
Titan.
Where like she just accidentally gets it kicked into the place, and it's just like, Jesus! Oh my god!
Well, their god is the wall, so their walls just crumbled.
Oh no, that's terrible.
How to lose a follower? Watch their god bleed.
Ah!
Punches a wall. No.
Yeah.
No, the worst would be if the pipings were broken in their wall, and you actually punch their wall, and like liquid started pouring out. They're just like, oh my god. The world is absolutely insane, just because the number of times that they look to you and say, "Oh, by the way, here's a real life thing."
Yeah.
Like that one whole moment with Hanji, where she named those 2 titans after an actual cannibal.
Yeah.
Who was believed to have been around in the 1600s.
Yeah. Like, it's crazy the detail that they went into it, and also animation and art design, all that kind of stuff, phenomenal.
Oh yeah, that's just a general thing with this show.
Phenomenal.
We also almost forgot your favorite character, Mikasa. She's Asian.
Oh yeah, and like that's it's not to be taken out of context. That means that hey, that it was pointed out that she was Asian, meaning all of these other characters in this Japanese anime is not Asian.
They specify that she is Oriental. Once again, that shows the time.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, by the way, it happens nowadays, and look, this girl is Asian. No, it's, look, she's Oriental. You're dating yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's the word I was looking for. It's like, there's a lot of things that very much date it, but not in like the, oh, this was made in 2013. No, like where they are in their timeline of the world. Like, you're starting to gain this perception of what it is.
They have cannons, they have these muskets, and they said that it's been hundreds of years since that cannibal, which happened in the 14 to 1600s.
Which they've had guns before that.
Yes, so I'm very curious as, like, if, like, because of the Titan's existence, all technological advancement was focused on ODM gear.
Yeah.
The final thing I want to talk to you about are characters, because there were a lot.
Yeah.
Here, we'll go with ones that lived, okay? Unless you want to give a half point to Marco. Yes, you're welcome. You could give a bit of a trying to think of a good pun for Petra being smashed into a tree.
You need to stop.
I could come up with
More
plenty.
like half smashed into a tree, half smashed into the ground.
Yeah, she's all right. I made a math pun. There are plenty of puns I could make about dead people. Take that out of context.
I need that audio file with me to make my my ringtone.
There are plenty of puns I could make about dead people. There are so many characters. We'll start with the main cast of 3. The main 3. Eren, Mikasa, and Armin.
Yeah.
Thoughts, real quick.
They're like they're definitely going for like the trio of friends that's known each other forever and all that kind of stuff, and it's just like, yeah, but they're also in this terrible, terrifying, horrific world, and they're gonna have to grow up fast.
Yeah, no, it is the usual kind of like main character, best friend, love interest. Oh, also people are being eaten.
Yeah. Where it's like that stuff kind of gets pushed to the side with good reason.
The Scout Regiment, or the regiment that they trained under. That would be Sean, Sasha, Connie, Krista, Ymir, Annie, Berthold, and Reiner.
Honestly, I think it's Sean for me, because he's had a ton of growth, even though he's like the rival character and all that kind of stuff. He still had some pretty big growth.
Yeah.
Like towards the end of the season.
Yeah. If I had to pick one that didn't have much screen time, I would say Reiner was pretty cool. Like Reiner, like his moment with the female Titan of just slicing her hand open and going off to save Armin. I thought that was really cool.
Oh yeah, and he got a TN moment.
He got a very much TN moment
where it's like, this is the only cool thing I'll do.
Yeah.
There is no joke.
Next up, of course, is the Scout Regiment, being Erwin, Levi, and Sanji. Thoughts on those 3?
They're very much a product of, they've been at this shit for way too long.
Yeah.
And they're too long, but yet they're still so young. Like that's the crazy part, is that like they're still like really young compared.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate sight, honestly, looking at it, of just these are people that have been torn apart by this war, basically.
That
Not even a war,
so
massacre.
many people, genocide.
Genocide.
That they've seen too many people die, and it's crazy. This show is kind of like, if you want to see a horror, like it's a very horrific show, and if you want to be sad,
it's the kind of show of you could have a lot of fun with friends, or you could have a bit of an existential crisis with yourself.
Yeah. Yes, that is absolutely what it is.
So, my next question to you, which will be my final question,
okay,
is what do you expect to happen? And what do you want to happen?
I hope that they get to the basement and we figure out what is happening, and I don't know what direction this could go. I just know that I must watch and be depressed the entire time. Oh no.
Any characters you want to see have a bigger focus next season?
I want like more of the other cadets and all that kind of stuff that join them that's not part of the main team.
Not too much of a spoiler when I mention this. As you saw with that final battle, there were a lot of folks that weren't there.
Yeah, they were missing a lot.
And there was a reason. They were outside the battlefield. Okay. Basically, they were stationed off of that area. You will see more of them later on.
Okay.
So it's not like they're forgotten.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, by the way, Potato Girl has been erased from the story.
Just gone. That was what my worry was, is that these characters that were for some reason built up a lot and then now they're just gone. That's what I don't like.
You just get that Dr. Manhattan moment. It's such a shame that Steve Jobs died of ligma. Who's Steve Jobs?
Ligma balls. I need you to make a version of that where it's you exploding me, and it's just like, I think I know what to expect. You don't know what to expect. Ah! So that was Attack on Titan Season 1. Oh my god. I need that as the title. Attack on Titan Season 1. Oh my god.
And is there any character that you really want to see a lot more of next season?
I'm really hoping that Mikasa isn't nerfed.
She's never nerfed.
Okay, good.
There was an image that was trending when season 4 came out of just her, like all these guys struggling to carry supplies of metal beams and stuff. Her carrying 2 metal beams and just walking.
Yes.
Her character is strong woman.
That's what always my worry is. Just like characters that start off super strong are now just like they give some stupid.
Chi-Chi.
Yeah, they give some ridiculous reason why all of a sudden she isn't.
Videl.
Yeah.
But that was Toriyama. So yeah, you ready to go see season 2?
I am not prepared and will never be.
You never will be.
I never will be. All right, let's get started. Oh! You guys are still here?
Maybe they want more videos.
No. Or
But we have a few videos on screen now.
oh, and if they're still here, I know that they could like and subscribe.
They could do that. And maybe check out our Twitter, @GreenVillain52. Or maybe check out our Instagram, @TheGreenVillains.
We even have a Twitch that they can check out, the Green Villain stream.
What are you guys waiting for?
I don't know. They should check all that out.